All right, the Reds, Anfield Road TV, me and Kev speaking about the biggest game in English football, and it will always ever be, no matter how many league titles Manchester City do win. Kev, hope you are well, mate, and everyone in the comments, and you did enjoy today's, I'll say, platter of football, really. We had literally
Yeah.
everything. I was watching a Napoli game before. They come from
Mm.
behind. It was a great game. Sporting won 2-0 against
I
FC
hope you
Porto.
enjoyed it.
That was a good game. Kev, what about
Oh, you're right.
Liverpool?
Yeah.
We know how important a win for Liverpool could be. Sent us top
Yeah.
of the league. And obviously probably our biggest test of the season to date.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much. There won't be much tests in the first 10 games or so anyway. I'd say we'll take this one because it's a rivalry as more of a test, but I'm confident that our boys can get the job done. You know. Yeah, it's been good. The only game that I didn't really see, I have much match of the day. I normally watch that when all the family are gone to sleep, and I was up watching a few
The Ev
shows there with the missus. So I want to see the Everton game. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that match of the day and just watch that catastrophe unfold. So yeah.
Yeah, you enjoy that, mate. And chat, let me know if you did see that or if you just watched it on Match of the Day. Obviously, a crazy game in theirs, but I think it was like the latest ever in Premier League history that team has been obviously two that have come from behind. Was it like scoring 3 goals, 87th minute or something? Everton were winning up until obviously the Pickford smiling at the 85th minute and all that. But
No,
quickly get to it.
how did he
Yeah.
do that to himself? The cheeky smile and trying to be Mr. Shamboy, and then all of a sudden he looks like a right plonker then after
Yeah.
that.
Big up there, Lee. Happy days, mate. Jack, just happy days here, Nigel. It's the weekend, lad. Enjoy yourself. Indulge yourself. Tell them to me. Just talking about a chippy there, lads. Big up there, Nigel. Big up, chat. Big up there, Anfield Rods. Big up there, Rods. Get you on the channel this season, mate. And yeah, chat, get your score predictions in. Get your starting 11 predictions in as well, Kev. Well, Kev, straight into it. Biggest game
Yeah,
of the season. What have you thought of Manchester United so far this season, or even off the back of last season's disappointing performance from their end?
samesies. I think just maybe the highlight of their entire couple of years is beating City in the final when City looked already spent, to be honest with you. No, in fairness, United stepped up kind of that game, but that wasn't the same City we were seeing all season. For me, them boys were pretty much on a beach after a few cocktails. That's the kind of City performance I saw in the final. Um, but outside that, it's same old, man. Lot of press, Ten Hag pressing that leads to nowhere and just easily bypassed by a quick counter attack transition play. And I think if you look into the early preseason, I know preseason games don't matter to many people, whatever way the result is, but I don't watch the results. I watch what the style of football has been done, and I watched what Slot was doing on the side of the pitch, telling the lads to actually drop off and let United have a bit of possession so that they could see how to work the counter press. So like Slot wants control of the game, but he doesn't want to play gegenpress like Klopp. He wants to play like a counter press style, so that if we shouldn't really lose the ball, but if we do, get it back quickly, but get it transitioned forward because we're about to get counter pressed ourselves, and that's the kind of the kind of thing that I was enjoying watching Slot do, and he was doing all this tactically, whilst also being able to just take a
Yeah,
game and
man.
win it 3-0.
Yeah, I'd agree, mate. Chas, let us know. Man United, we spoke about it over the last couple of weeks in terms of, we spoke about it last night on the transfer deadline show. Big up to everyone that did tune in. Massive thank you for all the great support, and welcome to all the new subscribers as well. And yeah, Man United brought in Matthias de Ligt, Mazraoui from both of them from Bayern Munich as well. Zetsky from Bologna. I think he'll be a very, I know me and Kev spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, but I think he will really be a top player for Manchester United. I don't straight to it. I don't think Eric Ten Hag finishes this season. Yeah, no, I don't. Eric Ten Hag won't get to the end of this season at Manchester United manager. That won't happen. Ruud van Nistelrooy, there's a reason he brought him into the backroom staff. He obviously he's managed in Holland himself, and it will be a case of Ten Hag gets till Christmas. They'll be about 10 points off the league title, the league anyway. But funny things have happened. But at the end of the day, Kev, when you look at Manchester United, Ten Hag, we are what, for 2, 3, 4 years, whatever it is, since he's been integrated into that Manchester United side, and we've seen him pre-season. Arne Slot only had what, 2, 3 weeks working with that Liverpool team. I still watch, and I'm pretty sure there's Man United fans still out there that like the sensible ones that analyse United's game, and I still don't know the way in which Ten Hag wants his Manchester United side to play, because there's match weeks where they're looking to hit teams on the break, going out wide or whatnot, but there's no identity for me. Like, there was an identity under Ferguson when he was playing 4-4-2. Change it up, you'd be hard to beat, and you continue going to the 96th minute. This United side hasn't got the stomach really to go deep into a Premier League campaign for me.
It's the mindset as well. You have to look at the mindset of their own captain, Bruno, and the way he acts and handles himself accordingly when they're under pressure. And he's hi Nigel, hello to you too, bro. But he's you gotta look at what his attitude is like as a captain under Ten Hag. But look, I said it just there. Ten Hag wants to play this pressing style of football. He wants to play this integrated change side. He wants to try the overlaps and underlaps, but he's also afraid of his own defence. At the same time, so then they end up hindering themselves by not getting enough bodies forward for every single attack that they go on. So they hinder themselves, and the lads drop their heads a lot, and then it takes them 20 minutes again to kind of bounce back up and take another 10-minute spell. So it's just it's not like he's not a bad manager or whatever like that. I just don't think he's trusting his own tactics. I think he's got some, the rare syndrome that you see Pep Guardiola get when it came to the crunch time for some of those major finals and getting over hurdles. He was able to do it in the league, but when it came to the Champions League for a long time, he overthought himself, just overdid things. And I think
I still think the United job is still too big for him, no, Kev. It looks to me when he manages like that, he still doesn't feel that he should be there himself, because you get that with personalities with Jurgen and like big coaches. I mean, personalities, big coaches, and like even you alluded to there, Pep Guardiola. I still think he gets dwarfed by the job, and so, that would tell for me. I don't know.
Ten Hag is at the moment he's got a bench warmer FC going, because they talk about, like, United fans are going crazy. Oh, we've got De Ligt, we've got Mazraoui, and we've got Xerxes. Probably the only starter that they've bought in the whole window, and they're not realizing that as expensive as the money that they're spending. De Ligt wasn't playing for Bayern that often. Mazraoui wasn't. He was in the backup. It just makes no sense. And then they get some of the late goal winners that they needed or that they had in the team, they're after getting rid of. Like McTominay was crucial for them last season, getting back into the game.
I still can't believe. He was diehard Manchester United. Obviously, we spoke about it last night in the transfer deadline show. He is proper Manchester United. Like my generation of Liverpool fans, 28, 29. That's to think how old I was. 29. I grew up with United, just wrecking my childhood, really. But we had a couple of very good dawns in 2005 and winning trophies along the way in the early 2000s and that. But like that United side under Ferguson, well, not just one United side, that was the beauty of, I say beauty because he was a very good manager. You can spend all the money, a bit like Chelsea and all that, but you've got to, first and foremost, win on the pitch. Ferguson transitioned that side about 6 times, and he built a team again, and seen off many of a manager in the Premier League era. That's
I hated the Whiskey Nose Blanco, but he was a brilliant manager.
You can't deny how good of a manager he was.
I have to give props to you. And even in saying that, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what happened to the mindset. The Glazers are probably part and parcel of what's going on there. I mean, everybody in our crowd goes on about FSG or this or that, but United fans still hate the Glazers, even though they're spending 200 million plus in nearly every window. It makes no sense, but that just tells you like that it's got to be they cut deeper as an ownership than what FSG do and all of that. And I think somebody labelled me as an FSG pro guy the other day, but I'm not. I'm just kind of looking at the balance that was brought to the club within the club. Like there was stages that changed when they came into the club with the, some of the stuff they did was absolutely stupid. The furloughing, the this £77 ticket, and this
I'm not bringing
super.
in a six. Right, well,
And well, that's not down to them, Jack. Everybody can moan all day long. They gave him the money. That is not down to FSG. Edwards has the clearance for the money. If Edwards decides that the data doesn't fit, he's not sending Richard Hughes out there to buy the player. So this all comes to Edwards this time because it's his role now. I'm not trying to get everybody on Edwards because I love Edwards. I think he's a fantastic statistician. I think because of him in recent years is one of the main reasons alongside Jurgen Klopp why Liverpool are so successful. And this FSG
yeah, we're not going to get
fantasy.
onto that nice anyway.
I
So,
know. They just have
yeah,
to stop.
yeah,
It's done
we'll
now.
get on
I'm
those.
delighted that the transfer window is finished and we can now talk about football for the next 6 months.
Yeah, spot on. Liverpool going into this game, Kev, and chat. Let us know. Obviously, you're starting 11. I think we'll very much be unchanged. I think rotation, we don't really want to be seeing a lot of rotation, but if it's needed, if a couple of players that might be a bit fatigued, but I think we go there for the win, mate. Of course, we will. But as you alluded to at the top of the show, mate, it's a bit more control about our game. Be interesting to see from a tactical aspect, Kev or Chad. Let us know. I'm hoping we do see a bit more control at the back, but then in terms of transition, when we get bypast their midfield as well. I remember that game that we had obviously when Naby Keita absolutely demolished United in that second half as well. I think it was a game Pogba got sent off a couple of seasons back away at Old Trafford. Yeah, and hopefully that can be the scoreline tomorrow, mate. But how do you anticipate or how do you hope to see Liverpool playing in tomorrow's game? More the same?
I think it'll be the same as what we've seen kind of in the pre-season, pretty much, just with a bit more intensity to it. I think United are constantly going to come out and pressure early doors. They're going to try and send 3 or 4 players to one Liverpool player. The good thing is that Liverpool have now learned how to become a controlling team, to control games from the defence, from the middle of the park, to pass into spaces, to annoy teams, pretty much similar to what City do as well under Pep, or even Real Madrid have done in recent seasons. You remember that time there when it came down to we were the better side and we were the favourites going into it at that stage, and all of a sudden Modric and Kroos and all these guys had so much space in the middle of the park because they dropped deeper and we weren't closing down as much. I think we kind of tend to do that to teams where we wear them out with their pressing. So Liverpool have kind of set the bar of being a pressing team and gegenpressing team on the Klopp. A lot of managers try to copy this, as Arteta and all of these guys, and this was like the Klopp mold that was set now. Like we'll use Klopp tactics now ourselves. I know a lot of teams become pressing teams. I know Liverpool are kind of saying, all right, so everybody's starting to copy us. Let's kind of do it a bit of different way and learn how to counter a press and control a game. And I think that's where we're kind of learning. I think we're setting standards within the football, within the footballing world when it comes to how we play on the pitch. And if we have to change that up every few seasons, we change it up every few seasons.
100%, miss. 100% spot on. Get to all your comments as well. Do get us your thoughts in terms of start 11 chat. As I said, I think we might be, but if anyone would like to see a couple of changes to that side, I don't think there will be, but let us know anyway. Supported LFC for over half a century now, not the owners as well, 100%. Nigel giving away his age there. There we go. Happy days there. I think the majority, Patrick, it's an absolutely amazing video, mate. And go and check it out. I'm guessing you've all seen it, Kev. You haven't, go and check it out.
I have. This is the reason why I'm going to put Kids of 14 on my new third away kit. Whatever you want to call it. Well, like, what a dude. I have never seen somebody so excited to put on a Liverpool shirt in my entire life. I've seen Liverpool fans like Ricky Lambert come into the club and they've had smiles and whatever like that. But this dude was genuinely beaming. He looked at least 25 times at his jersey to make sure that his name was on that jersey. You know, that was ridiculous. That was so good.
100%, mate. So big up there, Patrick. Yeah, go and check it out, Reds, if you haven't seen it. I'm guessing he's all love, but I agree, Kev. It's just so refreshing when you do see it. Just reminds all of ourselves and even players out there as well. I think, obviously, hopefully, and we're all hoping that Keita can stay
He's one of us.
For Liverpool. Yeah, he is one of us as well, mate.
One of us is standing there like this, would be like this. What the hell's going on here? How did I get here? You know, dude was playing for Juve. You know, which is a massive club instead. And he's like, I sat there watching Liverpool in the Premier League and this and that, and I was just like, I'd love to do this one day. I
He
think so,
must.
man.
He
I,
might be.
I mean, it seems like he said he watched like a lot of games, a lot of our games, a lot of football. Enjoyed. He enjoys the Premier League. He enjoys the competitiveness of it. He knew what
Mm.
the trophy was like. He stood there. I think they had to edit down that video, but like in the video, he was 2 minutes long when he was standing in front of the Premier League and the Champions League. So that you could tell that he was probably there about 15, 20 minutes just standing in front of that, and they just cut it down into 2 minute segments. So that's a dude, man, that I'm looking forward to seeing in Liverpool shirt. And I don't think he's here as a backup to Salah either. And I don't know if anybody else will agree with me, but he's not here as a backup to Salah, dude. He's here to take on any position that he can take
Mm.
over. And I think he can do it. I think one of Diaz and Gakpo will be gone within the next 6 months to 12. I'll be honest with you. I think if he
Well,
comes in and he starts playing the way football that he can play, you might see one of them moving on.
just about having a competitive squad, mate, isn't it?
Yeah,
In chat.
I don't care.
So a much competitive side, and that goes to our forwards as well. Especially we can shore up a lot more better in terms of this season and the year after from a defensive structural point of view. And obviously goals win your titles, certainly if case. And we've got all of our brilliant attackers, but I think I would agree with Kev. I think there might be one player out of that six that might leave. Might be Salah, might be someone else. We don't know, but I'll tell you what, we can keep all six. As much as I don't know, be a lot of wages, but certainly, I'll tell you. But pick up their sideline, 100%. Pick up their chat. Massive thank you for tuning in, mate. First result I remember was the 74 FA Cup final, which I think was Shankly's last match. Yeah, Lee. Reds, if you haven't seen it, go and check out obviously the back in the day, as we know, social media wasn't around, but it always amazes me, like the newspapers in Liverpool, obviously, they done like interviews with like Liverpool fans, and you were like, what? And they were literally breaking down, crying. It's like obviously Shankly had that much of an impact, not just on the football club, but the people within the city and everyone around the world as well. But yeah, it's just amazing.
And vice versa, man. Like they nearly had to remove Shankly weekly from Melwood because he kept coming back giving tactics 6 years later. The dude loved the club and the club loved him, that's just the way it was,
Yeah, and obviously Bob Paisley, definitely my favourite, makes me
He's my favourite. He's my dude, to be honest with you. Bob just took us to the next level after Shankly.
Yeah, the humble genius, as we know. Yeah. And it's amazing. I love listening to the documentaries and everything, but we're very blessed to have managers of that ilk that have managed our great football club.
I'd always say it this way, Jack. That Shankly was the guy that made Liverpool
a bastion.
But even made the fans the way they are today. He had a huge part in creating that hope within the fan base. And he was a master of doing it. He was a master of speeches. He was a master of controlling whatever room he was inside. He was a master of controlling the narrative when it came to Liverpool Football Club. And as you said, yeah, Bob Paisley was the humble genius, but he was a hell of a tactician and a hell of a, he was part and parcel, like very important to Shankly as well. So, like, if you want to say Shankly was a man of the people, whereas Bob was a man of the club, so it was just and Bob goes hand in hand as well with his son was on the podcast with us there last year. Chopper. I don't know why the name's gone out of my head. A couple of Aperol spritz and it's gone. But
it was a great
Moran, Ronnie Moran, Ronnie Moran. So he's like Bob and him, like we're just peas in a pod. So
and then Fagan as well.
They always out after that. Continued on and handed it over to Kenny and all of that, and it just continued on from there. Like I felt sorry for Souness as well. I just think Souness's lack of experience.
He come in at a time, and not just in Liverpool time, but in terms of Premier League era. Obviously, the money that come into football, it was not just Liverpool that really.
Souness is the Roy Keane of Liverpool. Before Roy Keane was he was the angry dude. He was the angry guy that was always on the pitch. He was the guy that was shouting. He was the angry Scotsman. And the other fellow was the angry Irishman. It's just that's the way I would kind of say it. Now, Souness was way more gifted than Keane. Don't get me wrong. He was a fantastic footballer. But I'm just saying, attitude-wise, they never tend to work as managers when they're overly angry these days. Because everybody's a soft lad these days.
Yeah, well, all the red card challenges would be a 10-match suspension in the 70s, not just a 3-match. It would be full on 10-match bans. Some of the tackles back then.
I'm sure the challenge from the 70s today would see a fella
But you
banned
didn't.
for football for life, I'd say. Yeah.
Just obviously, in terms of obviously, we'll go into the key players as well. I think looking at the Man United results this season in terms of theirs, obviously they got beaten in the Community Shield on penalties. Obviously, a 1-0 win against Fulham. That was extremely lucky. I was watching that game. A 2-1 loss to Brighton Hove Albion. I know United fans were up in arms last week in regards to that, but obviously that was the early kickoff on the Saturday. I felt the did you want to see any of that game, Kev? I think Brighton dominated. Well, I'd say dominated the game.
Fulham were a better side as well in the one of the last. You know, it became fairly balanced as it went on, but Fulham were definitely the better side for the majority of like, if you want to call it, periods that we were playing, or that they were playing, I say, against United. But look, the key guys tomorrow, if Kobe Mainoo can turn up, he can be a player, but he needs the balance off of that, and Bruno doesn't want to take responsibility to drop deeper to help him. And probably Ahmad Diallo can be a bit of a nuisance on that right hand side a bit if he can play.
I like Diallo.
These are only new guys as well. But I just think, you know, we're going to try and control the game, and they have to try and get the ball off us, and that's extremely hard to do under the slot Liverpool team. And if you know, it's just a matter of how we set up on that counter press is the main thing. We're going to control the game, but it's how we set up under that counter press. And if we can set it up properly, well, I think we're laughing, you know.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah, chat. Obviously, you've already said to each other there. Anyway, he won't be in the squad tomorrow. Obviously, he's not played a lot of games. Well, he's not played any games for Juve this season. Didn't play a lot in terms of pre-season. I made up that he's not going to the Italy side in terms of obviously staying at Liverpool and really getting his fitness up, which is the most important thing. I just honestly can't wait until he goes away with Italy and hopefully he's playing consistently for Liverpool and doing well. And he can tell all his Italian mates that how good Liverpool are. So be all good.
Hey, best bro, you want to come to Liverpool?
Behave, Callum. Behave, Callum, lad. I was beaming ear to ear with that one, mate. And chat, make sure you record Match of the Day tonight or watch it on BBC iPlayer. What a game that was. Big up there, Ants. All right, lads. Hope we cannot give them encouragement. No, 100%, mate. We can't allow that, really. And it's just going to be how really we do start the game tomorrow, Kevin, chat. I think many of the years, we always look to these games. I know United have had some favourable results over the last, say, year or two, really. But before that, there was an aggregate victory of, 29-3 or something stupid.
Yeah, it was 29 to, it was 29-6 in total. Or something. That was even including the FA Cup games or something. That was the 4-2 inclusive.
Yeah, I was going to say, chat. So get your score predictions into tomorrow, chat. Get your starting 11 predictions in it as well, really. I think we've got to straightly talk about in terms of if we can get a result in regards to tomorrow. I think Ryan Gravenberch, he's had such a tremendous impact already under Arne Slot in this new style of play, really. If we want to get a result, I think he needs to be on top form again, him and alongside McAllister, but certainly I think he's got the qualities to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and make Old Trafford his own.
I think, you know, I second guess myself, Jack, and we had a talk about this about 2 years ago. First of all, when we said that, like, even 3 years when he was at Ajax and before he went to Borussia Dortmund, I said, you know what, Gravenberch could come into us, and I'd love, because we played him in the Champions League or something, and I said, you know, Gravenberch can come into us, and I said, it's just the space that he takes up and his ability to drive with the ball and hold the ball, I said, is really, really good. I said, we're missing that kind of Gini Wijnaldum replacement, really, within the team, and I said, this guy would be kind of like the perfect kind of guy to do it. And then I said, you know, maybe he can be converted to a 6. And then we saw him kind of playing under Klopp, where he likes to play kind of where Klopp likes to play on his own lives. And I said, maybe he can't do that. And then we kind of lost faith in him becoming the kind of the more of the 6 out of the double pivot. And then we've seen him like pre-season up until now, and he's been phenomenally fantastic. So we were right all along, Jack. It's all right. Don't second guess yourselves
Oh no,
again.
I
Don't
don't
ever,
know.
don't ever second guess
I was
yourselves.
just going to say the surprise of the season, especially if we go on to win the league. I know I get too carried away. You know me, chat. You've been watching me too long enough to say that anyway. But what's the beauty of being a Liverpool fan anyway? Yeah, big up there, chat. So if you're new around here, make sure you have dropped a like on the video as well. 25 people in here. If you can get that to 25 likes straight away, very easy. Be very much appreciated. In terms
if I get 25 likes on this chat right now in the next 10 minutes, I'll even do an old hula hula dance over here in the corner for the crowd.
There we go.
Just because I'm only full of Aperol spritz and this, I'm kidding. Don't ask me to do what I'm normally back at home.
Yeah, bonkers spot on. Agreeing with that as well. In terms of obviously with bonkers, same team as Brentford. I think it will be chat. In all honesty, 2-0. Good to see you, Paul. Love Ginny massive. Yeah, 100% there. The answer. I think by a lot, 99.9% of Liverpool fans, we all knew his qualities really. Yeah. And it's good to see him and a couple of Liverpool lads meeting up, which is always well and good because Ginny, as we know, just for that Barcelona game alone, he will always be remembered for the next 200 years, as we know. What a player he was. Good damn, big up there, Chas, Ginny and Origi. Yeah, absolute legend. Big up there, Mihaili. I think I said that right, mate.
Mihaili Gulyas.
Big up there, mate. And Chas, quickly off topic, like the Sporting Lisbon striker, mate. We need to go and sign him. I know 2 years ago I was saying that about Darwin Núñez, but the lad from Coventry, like that, he's went to Sporting and he's an absolute joke, mate. His movements, and I know it's a Liverpool pre-match build-up show, but mate, we need to go out and buy him. I know it. Gukeres, the big lad, he's an absolute joke, mate. Chat, if you've not seen this lad play, I watched it against Porto again tonight. If he's not at Sporting next season, then he's getting a £100 million move easy. But I think if we signed him, we'd win the league next season. He's that good. So keep an eye on him, chat. For me, I know it's a bit random. Salah, he owns Manchester United, has done over the last couple of seasons, Kev.
So when they said he couldn't score because he didn't score for the first 2 games, and by the third one he just started going nuts. Yeah, Salah can't get in the big games. He never scores against United. Bang. He was a cup tie or something and 2 things. And then ever since, it's been 11 goals, 13 goals since or something. Yeah.
He was the first Liverpool player to score a hat-trick at Old Trafford as well.
Yeah.
So a couple of years back. So
he'll be the second one tomorrow.
Yeah. So Mo, if you're watching, lads, just absolutely terrorise him, please, lads. He's a special player, Kev, for special moments. It's not just in terms of tomorrow and how much it would mean a big, massive 3 points, but I think if Mo can get the result over the line, just sends a statement to the rest of the Premier League and especially to Manchester United fans as well. We're not here to mess about this season, but thoughts on Salah and how big of an impact if we can get a performance out of him.
Salah's very, very competitive, and he's probably looking at Haaland right now and seeing that Haaland's after getting 2 back-to-back hat-tricks. And thinking, can he catch up? But Haaland has his moments where he dips for a good few games in the season, where Salah kind of stays consistently scoring every second game or something like that. They're on very similar trajectory paths for like the goal scoring ratios and stuff like that, But the difference is, Haaland is a striker and Salah is a winger. So, but the fact that Salah has stats that are way better than 99.9% of strikers in the Premier League is nuts. That I mean, straight away, that just tells you straight off the bat how good of a player he's been for Liverpool. And I say a long way to continue. I don't want him to go anywhere. I'm like if I remember the last time that Salah wound his contract, I think he wound it right down until it was gone, and then signed the next day on a brand new contract for Liverpool, which was nuts. He was out of contract and everything. So, don't rule out Salah re-signing right up until the very last second. He could have spoken to teams in that January, and he probably didn't turn them down. He could do it this time, to be fair, to get a move if he wants something fresh, but he'll have a talk with Slot about that. Maybe the new regime coming in might want to change that. If I was Slot, I would hold on to him tenfold. I think he suits the Slot system like unbelievably well, and I think they need to keep a hold of Salah more so than anybody else that they're selling for pennies. But look, I think they all resign. To be honest with you, I don't think I see any of them
You
going.
will. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll all resign.
I love these comments, and we need to quieten down Manchester scene as the tribute act Beatles are back together. Yeah, great comment there, Andrew. I think we'd all agree with that. And Andrew's got a comment here. I think with Adidas being out kit suppliers next season and Trent being with Adidas, do you think this will? Yeah, I think it will. As Kev's more or less answered that question there, Andrew, that'll sort off and box all the contracts. Deals of that nature, not just Adidas, but in terms of the commercial side, this is why we were. Especially me yesterday, just saying that Liverpool would have been nice if we could have brought in one or two players. But who knows? I think next season, whatever does happen, but if we can retain those people,
we all want that, Jack. We all want that. We don't know that these guys, like we all love football and we get it and we understand it and the whole lot. But these statistician guys, man, are a level above us. They know the stuff that they're talking about, and the fact that. Look, I watched Mark Goldbridge recently, and I watched a couple of other fan based videos that were on the more less biased side of their own team, and more talking sense about how Liverpool do their business. And everybody was praising what the Chiesa deal, saying and like some of our fan base was saying, "Oh, we're cheapskates, we're penny pinching all that," whereas other fan bases are saying, "I can't believe they just got Chiesa for 10 million," And then there was other ways around saying, look, Liverpool won't take a target unless it's right for Liverpool. So they would wait. They're brave. Even Ornstein said it himself. They're brave. They'll wait. I know we say we need the signings or whatever, but we there's not that often that we've dropped off as a team. We always tend to stay there winning. I know, like
it's because it's against the grain, though, Kevin. It's against the grain that it's not like we are a football club that. And I get where sections of our fan base aren't happy, but some of the stuff I've seen today as well. I know I had my say in terms of like I wasn't happy, but at the end of the day, we'll as soon as that window slams shut, as Kev said all week, and every single Red out there, we'll get behind the team, we'll support the lads. But I don't like the way like everyone's going at each other on social media. We support the same football club at the end of the day, and that goes to people having a go with like journos as well. Like journos are there, and I said last night, like they're there to ask the difficult questions, and they're there to put out stories, and even their fans at the end of the day. You're telling me journalists wouldn't like Liverpool to go out and sign another 5 players to add to the quality? It makes their job a bit more easy in terms of writing. It makes Liverpool more successful as well. But yeah, we support it, and I don't get it, man. It's a game of football at the end of the day. Like just respect everyone's views, be nice to everyone, and just get on with it, crack on. And
you see me, Jack, right? You see me when I say I am not a transfer window fan because I just think it brings out the bad elements within football club. That's part of about it.
It's disappointing what I was saying today on social media, like
So it's not great, but at the same time, we have. As I said to you, I'm not loyal to any player anymore. I'm not bothered about them. As long as the right player fits Liverpool, I don't care. So if that means we make 5 or 6 signings in a window and it's to jeopardize somebody else's place, I don't care as long as they're the right signings. But I have to. So my thing right now is that I don't like this. This is the point I'm at. I don't care about FSG. I don't want to hear them again. I don't think owners should be heard about. I think that I trust Edwards. I don't know much about Richard Hughes, but he trusts Hughes. So I'm going to trust Edwards' judgment in who he thinks is right for Liverpool. And he's the data guy. He's the guy that brought it in there. And we have to trust him too. And now, look, the window's closed. We don't have to deal with it anymore. But we'll probably see that maybe he was right when it comes up to the next couple of windows.
Yeah, and I think
he does more data and then realizes, right, this guy's emerging and he could hit the heights of what Zubimendi was. And blah blah, and then we won't be complaining about this. Like the other players we just got in.
We move on. We crack on. Windows. We move on. We get behind the Reds and we get behind each other as a fan base as well.
Absolutely.
We support one another. That's what supporting Liverpool and being a Liverpool fan is all about. Big up there, Bonkers. Do you remember the football? Yeah.
The Blackburn player, is it?
Bloody hell. R.I.P. there, Bonkers. I missed that news today, mate. So I think.
There's another player in Brazil or something passed away yesterday or something.
I'm not 100%. But thoughts go out to his family and obviously the footballing community as well, mate. Not good news to hear.
Wow.
Obviously, now saying there, do we need to read that one? Watch Federico's going through his paces. Smart. Yeah, we spoke with that, Paul. What's your thoughts on that, Paul? Obviously, it's amazing, mate. It's absolutely amazing.
I talked about him all night, Jack, to be honest with you. No, mind, we're going to smash United tomorrow. Let's just talk about Chiesa, how happy you are.
Yeah, as Anne said, everyone, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I know it, the football and like community laughs about it, but the amount of money Manchester United make,
yeah,
how have they not managed to fix that roof? Like, I don't know.
But that's the whole point, Jack. They're spending money, spending, and they're not winning anything. Chelsea are spending, and not winning anything. We're spending sweet FA, and we're winning at least a trophy every season. So that's that's the difference. We're managed right. That's the only thing I can say. Not whatever about the spending committee or transfers or whatever like that. We're the club manages itself at this stage, so we're good.
Yeah, chat. Is that right? I must have missed that. Are the Beatles doing a reunion? I don't know how I could. I'll quickly check that.
No, if he said a tribute, I think so. That must be like a big tribute from back in the day. So that's like a fake Beatles, because obviously two of them are dead now. So
yeah, there's a great documentary. I don't know. Have you seen it, Kev? There's a great documentary. I think it was like a 4-part episode. I don't know if it's Apple iTunes or
in the studio, the one in the studio where they redid it. Yeah, I watched that, man. Yeah, that was a fantastic video of them doing the album. Yeah.
Go and check that out anyway. Cracking bit of documentary, really. Big up there, Barry. Yeah, big up there. First big test. The wish the game was a few weeks away still, but not sure about tomorrow. Would love to. Nice window 3. What were you laughing at there, Kev?
I was laughing at Nigel. The Beatles are definitely not getting back together because 2 of them are dead and only one of them is still working.
Like legends of the music scene, forever will be as well.
They're what everybody uses as influence
for
rock pop, Britpop, everything. It's a whole mixture of what they created. So
so I wish he could have grew up in the era and like they were that popular now, because they'd be absolutely bloody minted. Obviously very rich back in the day, but they would have made quadrillions.
As opposed to when, Paul.
Oh yeah.
I'm always talking sense. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there we go. Obviously you spoke about Salah, spoke about Gravenberch as well. It's going to be interesting in terms of analysing Man United's team. The one thing I'm always concerned, Kev, and chat, especially the last couple of results we've had against United, we have all this big build up in the media, and it's sometimes, not all the time, where we just get a damn squid. And hopefully that is not the case tomorrow, because obviously I think that's what Arne Slot will be trying to drill into the players as well. Try not play the game as an emotion, just play it as a normal game, and just play our best. Really get a nice early goal and quieten the crowds. It's not as easy as saying and doing that, Kev. But in terms of going into the game, we spoke about Salah. Any other players that you think that might stand out in terms of the
I think Gravenberch might have a good game tomorrow. I'm thinking that he's going to create a lot of space from that. Trent Arnold has a good game these days. I think he suits the Slash system so easily that he has so much freedom to be able to just play his football and make passes that you want Trent to be able to make from that right hand side of the midfield spot or in the inverted role. I think that Salah and Diaz have to be on their top game tomorrow for Slot system to work. If they're not on their top game tomorrow, then the pass laybacks to Robertson and Gravenberch and to Trent, just it doesn't come to fruition for the underpasses and the overlaps and underlaps. So you see how it works. I'm imagining good games. United always tend to get like a couple of early chances in the game against us, until we kind of click from first gear into third gear, at least a small bit. So I don't know, maybe I think Ibu and Verge have a great understanding now again.
It'd be interesting. Another player, Kev, another player that we actually kept on in a window, Tyler Morton. Don't expect him to be in the team, of course, tomorrow, but I think if he's on the bench, I think try to keep an eye on Tyler Morton. Kev kept on banging on the drum.
You might see him before Wataru going forward.
Yeah, I was going to say, mate, because I think as you've been banging the drum this season already, I know you don't like the transfer window, but We've kept hold of him, and obviously
Yeah.
for the disgruntled nature of sections of our fan base, I was like, well, but in terms of stylistically,
He's
I
a
think he
decent player,
certainly
man.
fundamentally fits into the system. And if it gets to the 60th, 70th minute and we are winning, I
Yeah.
think he's a type of player that will come on and try and dictate the game and control
He
the game.
is very much a weaver type player for Slav.
Mm.
Very much so. So he's the kind of guy that's kind of slinky and tall, can make a tackle and create progressive passes on the counter attack. He can also hold up the ball well, and he can bring other players into play. So that's pretty much what you need. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's the that's what I'm looking forward to seeing if he can develop like that. He's done it. We've seen him doing it in like harder divisions in the championship. Because the Premier League has got like an outstanding, how would you say, an understanding between the clubs that the game is played a certain way and a certain level. In the Championship and these other leagues, they don't care. They'll half you. So
we'll go straight into these, lads. Obviously, if Liverpool can win tomorrow and win by, I think, 2 goals as well, we will go top of the Premier League above Manchester City as well, which would be absolutely fantastic. Just before coming into the international, obviously international break as well, Reds. Kev, get your score predictions in. Chat, get your score predictions in. Final concluding thoughts, Kev, and get your goal scorers in as well, please.
Yeah, I think Jota will nick one tomorrow. I think Salah will get one tomorrow. Maybe even Diaz. So I'm hoping that we at least score 3.
Big game.
I hope we did score 3, and I don't want to say 3-1 because I was saying a lot of 3-1s last season because I knew we were able to leak goals last season. But this season so far we look solid. We don't seem to be leaking goals. We leak maybe 1 or 2 chances, but then it's up to them.
We conceded no goals in the Prem, haven't we?
No goals whatsoever. So I'm just going to say 3-0. Yeah, I'm going to say 3-0 and just take it that way. So that's 0-3. Yeah, I'll take that.
Chat's gone 3. Yeah, Andrew's gone 4-1. Ant's gone 3-1 to Jota Menu for them as well. I go 2-0 Liverpool, mate. I think I'll go over 2-0. I think we can just be, even if we get into half time for I was going to say 4 now, even better. 0-0, and then obviously just try and just frustrate them tomorrow, and Chat. And we can just frustrate them.
The second half thing we've been doing most of the season in the last 6 months. Yeah. That could be the outcome as well. I'm just hoping that we score a bit earlier this time.
Yeah, would be nice anyway. And just don't do nothing stupid, Reds, anyway, in terms of the players. Keep 11 men on the pitch and just frustrate the hell out of them. Control the game, kill the game off. Get 1, then get 2, and then sit on the break, and then counter-attack them. But Reds are massive, and Maverick, yeah, but hopefully that is not the case.
I can't see that being a one-all. They're too open at the back, and we're too good.
Yeah, it was only a short episode tonight. Massive thank you, Kev, for coming on, and Reds. We will be back live tomorrow for the watch along anyway. Make sure you do. I was going to say head over to Kev, but he's on his Jollies. Probably be where you watching the game tomorrow, Kev, in a pub.
I'm watching in Clover and Irish Bar up here in this whole complex. Yeah, so it's got a big screen TV up there. I'll watch it with another few. I know there's a few scouts that's going to be around. So
happy days. Enjoy it, lads. And Reds, if you're not watching a watch long, enjoy it. Have a lovely Sunday wherever you are. We will have a post-match reaction show out as well following the game. Obviously, I think that'll be about 6 or 7. Yeah, probably in around 7 o'clock anyway on that. But we will be doing a watch long for the game. Hopefully, he's going to join in. Well, massive thank you to Lee, Nigel, Maverick, Callum as well, Andrew, Ant as well, Nigel. Big up there, Paul as well, Doug. Obviously, Barry as well. Big up, shout to everyone. Bonkers as well, your legends. And obviously, I think I'm all shout to everyone else. Rods as well, massive thank you. Patrick as well. Every single one of you. Apologies if you have missed the name anyway. But if you are watching on the repeat, do let us know your starting 11 for the game tomorrow. I think me and Kev agreed. I think it will be the same team that has played over the last couple of weeks. I don't think any changes going into this game. It'll be very strange to see that, but it won't happen. And get your score predictions in as well, Reds. And let's get straight into these tomorrow. And any win we will take as well, Reds. But Kev, massive thank you for tuning in, mate, and get involved with the show tonight again, as always, mate. And Reds, look after yourself tonight. Have a good Saturday night, wherever. If you're going out, behave. If you're staying in, enjoy your evening as well. Everyone, see you tomorrow. Ta-ra.